Okay, so you solve this equation and you get the value of sigma. Okay, now what you need to know now is I go all over again before we use the calculator and the table, right? Okay, what you need to know, symmetry. Okay, symmetry, area under the graph, how to find area under the graph. Then number three, how to convert from X to Z, how to convert. So three things. Symmetry, you must know symmetry. You must know how to find area under the graph. You must know how to convert from X to Z. Okay, so now we can use the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the calculator.
Teacher,
Yes,
teacher can go back just now the pages.
this one. One more.
Because for the question three, no, after that.
This one.
Yes. The
Okay.
question three, wait. But teacher, the question three, the graph they show 0.14 and 0.15.
Yeah.
So why the symmetrical is 0.15? Because not like between the 0.14 and 0.15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number three. Number three. They
This
say
one.
uh so is
Because if
symmetric.
mu,
Ah,
okay.
okay. So they say it is symmetrical about 0.15. So I conclude that the mu is 0.15. You see the center line, the symmetry is 0.15. So I conclude that the mu is 0.15. Okay. I look at the
But teacher,
symmetrical line. Ah,
where they mention about the symmetrical to 0.15?
oh, they didn't mention because I look at the graph. I look at the graph
Hmm?
and the center line is 0.15. So I know the center line is a line of symmetry. It's
But
0.
not if like if they draw like one more line here only we know that the symmetrical is the 0.15.
No, no. You look for the highest point.
Uh,
The highest point is the
okay,
highest point.
okay.
Because if you draw
Okay,
one more
okay.
line here, also not necessarily the highest point, right? So you look at the highest
Okay,
point, the tip there, the peak.
okay, okay.
The peak is
Okay, teacher. Understand.
okay. So we go and see the calculator. Okay. Now, which type of calculator are you using? Which type? The bottom one or the top one? Anybody use? How many of you? One, two, three, four. Four of you. Okay. So, anyone using the top one first? Because now no more, not many using the top one already. You put up your thumb if you are using the top one, the top calculator, the MS. Nobody using MS. Sherwin, you are using MS. Okay. MS is very easy to use, right? Very easy to use. So I tell you how to use the MS first, right? So MS, you press the mode, right? The mode button and press it until you see this. I think twice, you press it twice, right? You press it twice, then you will see this display here. So we want the SD mode, the statistic mode or the standard deviation mode. You press 1, right? Okay, after you press 1, where is the, oh, this one. Okay, then you press 1, then you will display this thing. What does this thing mean? I'm going to explain, right? Now for the rest of you, if you want to use the calculator, this one very complicated, right? You just press the mode, then you see this display here, and you choose statistic. Statistics is number 3, so you choose 3. So after choosing 3, you come up with this display here. This display here, you have to choose one variable, because in statistics you can have two variables, x and y, but the one that we do now is only one variable. So you choose one, so type one, then they come out this screen. This screen actually is for you to find the mean, median, mode, for you to enter the data. We don't want to enter data, so you press AC to clear the thing. Right? So after you press AC, you have to press this button here, shift 1, right? Shift 1. So you press shift 1, they will display this thing for you, right? So what you want to do is distribution. So you type 5. Okay, once you type 5, then you get this display here. Anyone cannot get into this P, Q, and R. Anyone cannot get the P, Q, and R? Please put up your hand. Cannot use the calculator to find P, Q, and R? You arrive at the P, Q, and R. So if you can, we are going to see all this. When you use your calculator, then you will see this P, Q, and R there. Now, what does P, Q, and R mean? Okay, so we take the first one, P. P means like that. If you choose 1, that means you're actually finding the probability of Z, not X, Z, less than a certain number. Okay, you are actually choosing probability of Z less than a certain number. That means you are actually finding the area here, the probability here. Okay, right. Now, if you choose 2, that means you are choosing Q. Q will give you the probability of Z, probability of Z between 0 and the number. This number can be positive or negative. So this is the 0, the mean, the center line, between the center line and the number. This one is not very useful. Not very useful, right? So you don't need to use number 2. You can always use number 1, find less than, right? Number 3, the R. If you choose R, you're actually finding the area greater than a certain number, greater than a certain number, a certain value of Z. So you look at the P, Q, and R. P means less than. Q means the center one. R means the greater than. So if you can understand what you are going to find, then we're going to see how to use it. 4 is students T distribution. We don't learn this distribution yet. We don't learn this. So number 4, no need to use. Okay. So far, do you know how to use the calculator? So we only use this one, number 1 or number 3. Greater than certain number, the probability greater than certain number, or the probability less than a certain number. These two we want to use, P or R, right? So he said, okay, then we move on.